you for my being here, but Nat, for me, you know how Roberta Flack talks about killing me softly. Well, Nat always killed me softly because, you know, from the time when I was about 7 years old, my mother told me that she attended Nat King Cole's wedding, and it blew my head because I had fallen in love with him right before that, and she was at his wedding. That blew my head. What she didn't tell me was she and the rest of Harlem was at the wedding because they all stood outside the church, you know. But it really moved me, you know, because when you know, when the Nat Cole show came on, and you saw this brother, the spotlight would hit him on a black stage, and there he was dressed in these great suits or a tuxedo, and I said, my God, look at this, man, I want to look like that. Right. You know. But mostly, I want to be in love like that. I believe that anyone who believes in love at all, you're talking about Cole Porter, I believe that anyone who believes in love at all wants to be in love like Nat Cole sings about. Now, I don't know about you, but when it, you know, I'm an actor, so I'm very wooed and moved by the lyrics. Right. When Nat Cole sings, our hearts were madly beating, then soon two lips were meeting, and Venus seemed to melt right into Mars. Now, I don't know about you, but that's where I want to be. Now, and you know, I don't need any hip-hop lyric to tell me where to do it, where at, how to shake what, and whatever, you know. I mean, to me, that's where it is. I mean, and the great thing about these guys, because they did it, I mean, if there's any positive aspect of censorship, because you couldn't curse, because there was only so graphic you could literally be, you had to be elusive. You had to allude to things. And for me, that's what sparked the imagination. It made for great imagination. And like I said, I mean, you know, we have myths in our culture to give us guideposts, you know, signs about where to go. And we have, you know, this music, especially jazz music, it just gives us the way to, you know, the pathway. Now, your life and love may not look like this because these are the ideals. But if you can get anywhere close to loving somebody like that, I want somebody to love me like that. I want somebody to look at me and love me like that. When he talks about, you know, I mean, I believe sincerely that we all desire. The rapper who talks about, you know, booty calls wants someone to tell it to. When Nat says, what good is a dream, a plan or a scheme, the rainbow that you pursue? It's everything and nothing without someone to tell it to. How eager you are to follow that star, but after the journey's through, you're only a lonely dreamer without someone to tell it to.
All right, yes.
There'll be blue days, hard to get through days, days when you just want to die. Soon you're older and the world's colder if there's no shoulder to lean on. Castles in air are empty and bare. Castles in air are empty and bare. Anyway.
I want to be like this.
You know, it's everything and nothing without someone to tell.
There's a group of songs you're doing, and they're not in English. And you told me you wanted to do them. I said, you're crazy. Tell us why you're going to do some songs.
Well, you know, for me, Nat was like one of the first, and not just for me, but one of the first international superstars. And he went over to Cuba in 1956 and opened in the Tropicana, which is an outdoor theater. And you know, Cuba is warm, it's tropical, so the weather was beautiful. It happened to be a moonlit night. Now, I happen to know somebody who happened to be there. The moon was full, the stars were out, the crowd was capacity. I mean, there are thousands of people in this arena. The trio hits, and they start singing in Spanish. the crowd went crazy. The
Nat?
crowd went
You tell me Nat started singing.
Nat started singing in Spanish. They went nuts, so much so that after the concert, there was no way he couldn't go. You know, he was the king. He was truly the king then, and he stayed to record another album. He did 2 albums in Spanish. Went all over South America. You know, and in Brazil, because one of the songs I'm singing, Now Tenho Lágrimas, is a Brazilian song. It's Come to the Carnival. And I believe that it was one of the themes in Black Orpheus.
Wow. This is, I mean, I think we're in for an incredible treat, as you can hear from the enthusiasm, the love, and the passion that this man has for the music of Nat King Cole. We're going to be here all week. We'll be at the Southern Theater, downtown Columbus, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at 8 p.m., then Sunday at 2, and also at 7:30. You've got to come, you've got to hear Keith David, you've got to experience the joy and the majesty of this great man, Mr. Frank Owens. I'm Byron Stripling, and we can't wait to see you on the stage of the Southern Theater.
Come on down, come on down.
Jalapeno.